fantastic. I mean, Dr. Campbell listened to where I wanted my scars for my bikini. And, you know, he listened when I wanted to give him approximately what I was looking at for breasts. And I basically said, you know, I'm leaving it up to you, Dr. Campbell. Shape the body. So, and when I woke up, I was like, yes, I'm totally happy.
110%. It's even better than I had imagined, and everything's been pain-free and easy recovery. So,
had a complication after my surgery, and I had the nurse all night with me, which was great, and I was doing fine. And then the next day, I had some problems, and she immediately got on the phone with the doctors. I was brought back here. I was put in a second surgery, and then from there into an intensive care unit for 2 nights. I had a blood transfusion, first one they've ever done, and so I'm going home with Colombian blood. And then got me out of there, and I've been back at the recovery suite and doing fantastic. He can't believe, Dr. Alex can't believe how fast I've bounced back, but I'm really on schedule with everything that's happening now, which is great. And I have to say, Dr. Carolina was amazing. Amazing. First night I went late to the ICU, and at some point a nurse, and it's very foggy still, but at some point a nurse came and said her name, and I just lit up. You know, it was somebody I knew, and she said, "Would you like me to call her?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she called her directly, and I got to speak to her. And it's hard for me to describe how wonderful that felt to be, because it was scary, frankly. You know, being in a place where everybody's speaking a language that you don't understand, and to hear her voice and talk to her was so calming and amazing. And after we hung up, I found out it was 2 o'clock in the morning. Because I had no concept of time there. I had no phone, I couldn't see a clock, and it was 2 in the morning that I spoke to her. And she was fantastic. And she came the next day on a Saturday, and to see her face was also, again, amazing. It just, you can't, it's like I said, and I told her, I said, it just calmed me down. It made me feel great. And then the next day, Sunday, Dr. Alex and Dr. Carolina came by to see me, and that's when they sprung me and got me back to the suite. But can't say enough about her and how she cares.
So I am 7 days post-op, and so far, so good. One of my procedures, it was my breast, I seen the results immediately after surgery, and I was just like, I couldn't believe, I'm like, wow, we went from here to here. Like, it was just awesome.
In my country, the procedures that I had, I wouldn't have even had someone. They wouldn't have kept me for over 12 hours, let alone not having someone there to be able to assist me. So coming down here and with the team here, I felt extremely safe, comfortable, and I've not once questioned my health at all.
I am very happy. Yes, so far everything has been great. I haven't had any problems, no complications. I did have one small issue with an implant that it was recalled, but Dr. Campbell actually even took care of all of that for me, and he was more than happy to resolve the issue for me, and it had nothing to do as far as him medically. It was just a recall on the implant, and he was willing to resolve it right away for me. So that gives you comfort knowing that.
and security.
Correct, that something that's going into your body, God forbid something happens, the doctor's like, I got your back if something goes wrong. Dr. Campbell's.
Feel good about the results. I feel like the areas that I pointed out to Dr. Campbell, we kind of reached the goal on those areas. I'm just looking forward to see how things would be once the swelling comes.